Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Rux. I am the Ruxman, and I want to start this video off by thanking a good friend of mine, Mr. John Skull, for inviting me out, hanging out this weekend, going on a little bit of an adventure. Took me way out of my comfort zone. So, John, this one is for you. Thank you for inspiring me for inspiring me to make this video. And without further ado, let's get right into this, people. So first things first, this weekend was an awesome weekend. Well, and a bit of a learning experience. One that I would probably repeat again with one exception: no mountains. No more of those. So as many of you already know, the Ruxman is from Harlem, NYC. That's right, New York City, people. And then, while there are a lot of skills you can acquire growing up in Harlem, like the bullet dodge and getting low and things like not snitching and how to make gourmet ramen, for example, there are none of those skills that'll prepare you for my good friend, Mr. John the Explorer. So this is the story. Me and John for a little while been planning to go grab a bite to eat, but things always happen, always busy. John was traveling a little while. He'd been out of the city for a couple of months, doing whatever he's doing, and he just happened to come back in town. So we decided, you know what? Why not hit up the local Golden Corral, go in there, catch up on some things, eat some bacon and all that good stuff, and move on from there. Now, for my people in New York, I know what you're saying. What the hell are you doing in Golden Corral? This is setting the stage, so just stay with me. Okay, anyway, back to the story. So we're in Golden Corral. We're sitting there eating everything in sight. And I mean, by the time we got to like the third round and we could barely move, we said, you know what? Why not make a day out of this? We don't got no plans. You don't got nothing else going on. Let's make an adventure day. Let's do some running around, get into some stuff, and have some fun. So at this time, it's Saturday. The weather's nice outside. John just bought a new truck. It's adventure time. Now, there's one thing that I didn't know about adventure time. See, you have black adventure time, then you have white adventure time. I was about to find out about this firsthand. So we get outside of the Golden Corral and we start planning the next move. So John goes, what do you want to do? So you remember just 3 seconds ago when I told you that there's a difference between the white adventure time and the black adventure time? You see, here's the deal. The Ruxman's idea of adventure time was real simple. We were just going to go to the animal shelter, look at some critters, dogs, cats, whatever you want to do, play with them, make them feel happy, go off, hit up my good friend Bobby. Bobby trains Dutch Shepherds. This was going to be an awesome time. I mean, like simple, cut and dry, Steve Irwin, crikey, let's have a go type stuff, right? Not for John the Explorer. So John had another idea how we could shake things up a bit. So he goes, Bobby's busy today anyway. He's all swamped. He's got a bunch of people over there. He said, so why don't we go see my friend? She actually breeds Rottweilers. Side note, I had a Rottweiler for 13 plus years that I lost some years ago. So this really, tugged at the Ruxman's heartstrings. So obviously I want to go see these Rottweilers. So John goes, yeah, she's not far from here either. So I'm like, bet. Let's do this. Jump in the truck. We take off. You hear the music come on. Push it to the limit. We just take off. Now, after about 15 minutes or so of driving, I start to realize the concept of ain't far in South Carolina is very different from the concept of ain't far in New York. You see, my ain't far may take 5, 7, maybe even 10 minutes. But in South Carolina, when somebody says ain't far, you could be going for 40 minutes easy. Well, anyway, Halfway through the journey, somewhere at this magical point, John decides to give me the disclaimer, like all good friends do. And he goes, hey, by the way, this neighborhood we're going to is just a little bit sketchy. All the people over here are anti-government types. They don't like the government. And I go, in my head of course, damn, here we go. Alright, so about 93% into the trip, or the ride I should say, John just gets real excited all of a sudden out of nowhere because he sees something on the side of the road and he decides to pull over. So of course we pull over the car, he hops out and he's standing in the middle of nowhere and he goes, let's go meet my friend Frank, he's a white shaman. So I'm in my head saying, see, this is the shit I'm talking about. I didn't sign up to see no damn Gandalf the Grey. I came to see puppies, man. Well, anyway, we hop out of the damn truck. And out of nowhere, we get greeted by this super excited dog. It's like flipping out and jumping in the air and going crazy. And you know the Ruxman. I'm looking at this dog like, who dog is this? Get your dog. But then, I just start tripping, man. I start thinking, well, Frank's over there talking to the dog and playing with it, telling him, did you miss me? And all the talking and stuff to the dog. And I said, well, damn, could this dog be the damn shaman? Nah, I'm tripping. Like I said, John's playing with the dog and all this stuff. And no lie, the second he asked the dog, he said, hey, you miss me, Frank? The dog spoke back. So now I'm like, shit, this shit is real. All hell, the white shaman, the almighty Frank. You know, I'm like, goddamn. Only to find out just a second or so later, you know, while I was busy looking at the dog, I didn't notice that Frank was just standing off in the corner. Let me tell you, Frank was a true-to-life shaman. And I'm still convinced that dog spoke before Frank said anything. But let's skip that. Back to Frank and his mystical powers. I swear this man was like psychically connected with the dog. He could get this dog to do anything. Open doors, get money. I'm talking about literally go get money off the floor, out of the cash register, fetch his tools, fetch his hat. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the dog did taxes. So anyway, at this point, I'm thoroughly impressed. You know, I've met a shaman now. I've seen a dog that can do taxes. So I'm like, man, the adventure can't get any better. All I got to do now is go see the Rottweiler puppies. No, not just yet. Out of nowhere, on the way out of Frank's shop, a mystical roadside barbecue place appears. Now, I know this roadside barbecue place was not there when we pulled up because it was nothing on the other side of the road. I'm convinced that Frank summoned it. Well, anyway, before we decided to jump back on the road, we went to the roadside barbecue, picked up some snacks, and then off we went. So a little bit up the road, we finally get to the Rottweiler lady. Now, the Rottweiler lady was awesome. Her Rotties were beautiful. And then on top of that, she had 2 mini horses. One mini horse was pregnant, about to have a baby. And on top of that, our timing couldn't have been more perfect because she told me in a couple of weeks, one of the female Rotties was going in the heat and she was going to be breeding her and getting ready for another set of puppies. So I'm like, man, it can't get any better than this. Perfect timing. I'm going to get me a Rottie soon. You know, everything's going good. This Rottweiler lady is awesome. I felt that way until she said something that got John all excited. So she goes to John and says, well, you know what? I'd love to stay out here and talk with y'all for a bit, but I'm a little bit tired. I just got finished coming back from off those treacherous mountain roads, and I just want to go inside and take a nap. And y'all know me. I'm like, damn. That's messed up, lady. Nobody should have to deal with treacherous mountain roads. Go get you some sleep, lady. But that John, man, good old John Skull, not willing to accept the happiness of black adventure mode goes directly into white adventure mode and says, I know exactly what we're going to do today. I'm going to take you to the top of the world. And I'm like, the top of the world? The Rottweiler lady says, uh-oh. Now in my head, I'm like, nah, we fine. We ain't got to do no top of the world stuff. And I'm going to tell you what, as soon as I thought me and the Rottweiler lady were like this and we had a bond, she goes and says something crazy like, you know what? It's a perfect day. It's sunny. It's nice out here. The weather's nice. That would be a perfect time for y'all to go up there. Damn. So I go to John. I'm like, first off, what is the top of the world? And how far is it? And John goes, don't worry. I'll show you. So we hop back in the car, heading towards the destination, and I can't help but notice that nobody else is going the same way. Red flag. And that the people coming from the opposite way are doing so rapidly going the other direction. Red flag number 2. This doesn't disturb John, however. White adventure mode. So in my head, you know, I have already decided we gonna die today. Today. And then for a split second, a miracle happened. We run into the slowest driving cars in the world. I mean, these guys are doing like 2 miles an hour. And I'm like, this is great. We are never going to make it to the top of the world in time. So this is going to be off. He's going to get mad. He's going to turn around. But you can't deter Mr. John Skull because he always has a plan. I was about to find this out as well. So he gets ticked off. He pulls off to the side of the road. He says, let's get out here. And I'm like, what the hell? So as I said, this is John friggin' Skull we're talking about right here. And there's one thing, if nothing else you should know about John friggin' Skull, is he always has a plan for adventure. So we pull over, get out of the truck, and decide to venture into the woods and end up standing on top of an old dried out waterfall. And I'm not going to lie to you, for what it was worth, the sight was amazing. I mean, it was just an awesome view. And the adventure would have ended right here, I think, had I would have kept my mouth shut. So I go, John, man, you were right. This is awesome, man. This top of the world thing is no joke, man. The view is beautiful. Man, that Rottweiler lady was a real punk. She had treacherous roads. It wasn't that bad. Wrong. So John goes, oh yeah, those 2 slow driving idiots gotta be long gone by now. Now we can get to the top of the world. And I'm like, damn, there is no way we can get any higher than we are right now. Wrong again. And so after about 15 more minutes of climbing this mountain, driving on up, and about 40 small heart attacks later, because mind you, the treacherous roads, one thing they don't tell you about why they consider treacherous is directly off the side of the road, you could fall off the mountain. And there are no guardrails. Did I mention there were no guardrails? Well, anyway, we get to the top of the mountain, and I'll show you what I saw. I'm walking around up here, honey. It's nothing but death out here, I'm telling you. You're going to see it. Well, I'm filming this right now so you can see what the hell John's got me into.
Now there's a view.
You hear this maniac? I'm gonna show you his supposed view. We are at some plaque that says point of view. Look at this. Look at this is the end of the earth down there. This is the end. This is the absolute end. All right. Now we go into another spot where you could die.
But I can't say it out too loud because there's other people out here.
Look, come on, man, there's a schnauzer that even afraid of the sky.
That Schnauzer, he's been up here a couple of times. He's got experience.
He's
like,
Facebook is alive up? Huh?
he's like 6.
Oh, hey there, bud.
There was a drone out here earlier. Look at this.
Yeah, you smell like it. You smell like it. All right.
There's John out here bonding with a Schnauzer. Because that's what he does. It's the dog whisperer. Let's see. More death. Look at this. If I make the wrong step, I'm off the cliff.
Yeah, he's a rescue dog. Look at his legs. Look at that leg. He's so loved, and he's such a good dog.
That's right. People are throwing their kids off this cliff. I got it on film. So this is the end of the world up here again, honey. From a different perspective. I'm up here watching my step. Because like I said, it's death all day up here. All day. Check this out. Now check this little place out over here. You can barely see it because it's so dark. See those stairs? Goes down into some place called Devil's Kitchen. I actually went down there. I'm not doing it again. It's the end. The damn end.
Mind you, I almost died about 16 times up there. But for the sake of the fans and just blatant stupidity, I will venture back up that mountain and get y'all some better footage next time. So remember, if you like the video, hit the like button below. Also click that subscribe button to get some more up-to-date stuff on the Ruxman and the rest of our adventures. Until next time, this is the Ruxman saying as always, slow down, but never stop. The Ruxman out. Love y'all.
The wonderful world of Rux.
Crazy mother.